Look at my hair. I look like Bob's Big Boy, or combination of Bob's Big Boy and Bobby Hill. Okay, so today what we're going to do is I'm going to do a review of a electric heater that I got. It's a 240 volt, as well as I'm going to show you how I installed it. And I'm going to install it in my shed here. This is one of those prefab sheds where they just drop it off and it's all ready to go. It's a 12 by 20, 12 by 21. It's the largest you can get without having to get a permit. It should be a quick, easy, simple install. And I've got some mounting issues that I'm trying to figure out first, but let me show you the heater real quick. This is the heater. It's the Profusion all electric. It's 5,000 watts. This is the manual. Got it for Christmas, and I'm really looking forward to getting this thing. It's 220, so it needs to be hardwired in, and it needs 10-2 wire. Also, I have it needs a dedicated 30 amp breaker, double pole, so that's what we're going to do. And on the side, you can see that it can be wired in on either side. And but the first thing I need to do, here's my panel here. This is where I plan on connecting it. It goes up, and then the top of my shed up here, probably the third one in is where I'm going to mount it, I believe. I want to mount it straight across, but as you can see, as they go as angles, it's going to be a little bit difficult. So I'm trying to figure it out. I'm not a carpenter by trade, so I have some scrap wood, and I think I'll be able to make something work here. As you can see, it's not really insulated. It has the tech shield on it, and it seems to be doing okay. I've got some smaller, I've got a smaller heater in here that I use. It seems to be okay, but I like something that I can come out here, work, take the chill off, and get right to it. So let me work on this, and I'll show you how I come up with something. I've made some progress, and I'll give you a look here and see where we are from there. So what I've done is just put a board across, a 2x4, and it's going to come down a little bit, but I think that's going to be the best that I'm able to do at this point with the bracing. I'll put some lag bolts in on either side, and then on the bottom is where I'm going to screw it in, and I might even put another 2x4 in there just to brace it up a little bit. Not sure. The thing only weighs 30 pounds, so I'm not real worried about that, and there shouldn't be any vibrations, so I feel comfortable with that. So what I did was just get my I have a battery powered Ryobi saw, and that thing is working awesome for what I'm doing here. I'll probably do a review later on that. So I've got it mounted. I've got the framing mounted the way that I want it. I think it's going to work out okay. That's going to be it up there. It looks like, of course, I did the rookie mistake. I tried to put one of the lag bolts in before drilling the hole. I know better than that. I don't know why I did that. But I was able to stop and fix it and pull it out and drill it, to drill the other side. So it'll be fine. I'm very confident it'll be fine. So the next thing I want to do is take a look inside the heater to be able to wire it up. I've been looking over it, and it looks like it's a pretty nice, actually it's pretty nice. I want to say it was just under 100 bucks, maybe 80 bucks. I'm not sure, but it was shipped to our house. It was pretty easy. I got it from Northern Tools. The powder coat on it looks really good. It's I mean, it's a metal base. These things don't look too bad. I had a gas heater before, so I'm familiar with the springs, and you got to be careful. You can't manhandle it too much. So I'm looking at that. It's got the built-in thermostat. I've seen other people where they've changed this and put a wall thermostat. Again, this is 240 volts, so you'll have to do that. But now I'm going to take a look at the wiring. I'm going to use the 1/2-inch knockout. It's the one I'm going to use at this point. Okay, so now I'm looking at the heater to see the connections, and it's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Remember, I'm not an electrician, and if you're using this video to wire this up, it's probably not a good idea, but just let let you know, you probably should check with an electrician or however, but just let you know, the two hot leads go here, ground lead goes here, and this is like a wire tie that holds it down. And this is where the wire is going to come through. So just got to finish removing this. And then from there, you put one of these connectors on. It goes in like that. And then you just put the bolt on the end. So that's all it is, just the nut goes around. You can take a screwdriver to hit it, you can take a pair of pliers, whatever, to do that. And then on this side, you just need to undo the screw so the wire can get in. And I'll do that after I hang it to make sure I have enough wire to go where I need it to go. So the next step is to put the bracket up to hang it. So I'm to a point now where I've been able to put the bracket up. I have the heater hanging from the bracket and it just needs to be wired. So at this point I'll give you a show here. It's hard to see with the light coming in from the back. But I've got it just adjusted so where it tilts. It has three spots where you can tilt it. You can keep it horizontal, you can tilt it 45, and I think the other one is 90 there in the back. But it looks like it's pretty strong. I pulled on it, wiggled it. It's doing really well. Very comfortable with that. So now what I need to do is run the wire down here, over and down into my panel. I think I can get it through the wires that are there, but I might just drill a separate hole for it. I don't have any plastic bushings. I noticed the electrician, he used plastic bushings to run that through there. But I think I have some other ideas that I can use that'll be fine. And we're getting much closer. It's taken a while to do this because I wasn't really sure, figure out how to do that. Lifting this thing up, it's not real bad. Of course, I have my ladder here and that's very helpful. I was able to do it by myself. You put one screw in on one side and the other one on the other side, the thumb screws, and it held up really well. It wasn't too bad. I took it down once because instead of being able to just put one screw in the middle, I decided I am not going to twist it. That's if you just put one screw and you can turn it. I decided there'd be no reason to turn it. This is small enough that this should fill this room just fine. So just put some lag bolts in there and looks like it's going to be fine. So it's 5,000 and the lowest is 3,000 and then the medium is 4,000. Right now I have it on 4,000, just warming up my shed. And it's got it a nice toasty 60 degrees in here, 62. It keeps warming it up. The idea was just to have it in here so things won't freeze. So that's where we are right now. So I just want to show you the completed. So I have the wires coming out of the side. It's a 10-2 wire coming up and down into the fuse panel, the breaker panel. And then I just have a 30 amp double pole breaker that I have it attached to. And again, this is the Profusion 5,000 watt heater. It's doing a really good job in here. I'm really impressed with it so far. I've read online that the lowest on the thermostat that's built in will keep it about 40 degrees. 40 to 45 degrees. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Put it on low, turn it down. That's off all the way there, and then that's the lowest. I just want to keep things from freezing in here. Here's the box with some of the stats on it. So it took me a couple hours just because I was very slow at doing it. I would clean up each time if I had to drill. I had some staples that I didn't like, so I had to find some new staples. And other than that, I think it turned out really well. It's the day after the install, and what I want to do is go inside It's 39 degrees outside right now, so we'll see how it worked. So I have the heater. Set at as low as it can. Again, that's anywhere between 40, 45 degrees, I believe. It's currently, according to my thermometer in here, it's 40 degrees. This might be, I don't know, it might even be off some, but right now it's showing about 41, 42 degrees. So far, I'm gonna keep an eye on it to see how that goes. And it's still hanging, so that's a good plus. All right, so that's the next day check-in. So I came out to my workshop. It's a couple days after the install. It's 32 degrees outside. Wind chill makes it 23. So I thought I'd come and check and see how the heater's doing, how it's keeping up with everything. So we'll walk over to the thermostat here, and it looks like it's probably 35, 36 degrees. And that's not where I want it. It needs to be a little bit warmer. So we'll go over to the heater here and... Okay, so I had to turn it up a little bit, just another notch up. You can see where the knob is there. And we'll see how that works. So again, it's probably about 35 or 36. Outside temperature's 32 with the wind chill, makes it even colder. But at least it's not freezing, and that's where I want it. So I think that's pretty good. We'll try a little bit longer. We'll see if it makes a difference now that I've turned the temperature up a little bit more, and that'll be a good test. I'm almost right where it needs to be. So I came out into the workshop here to see how things are going. Oh my God.